YouTube, welcome back to another video. This is your boy Des.Entertains. Right now, as y'all see, I'm under this tree in nature. Y'all know I'm a natureholic, and I promised this video a few videos back. If y'all look back at my cross country, I said I was gonna go a little deeper. Here we go. I'm gonna keep my word, y'all. What I'm trying to build here with y'all is authentic, and I just want y'all to this is more of a lesson of a video of value and just lessons, just to share to the next youth or adult that's experiencing with a youth, or in general an adult out here that went through a similar background and just need closure with it, or just need just to know they wasn't the only one. So that's what this video is about. So basically, we about to hop right in. So now, basically, I was abandoned as a child at 15, and it's honestly deeper. It starts before I was 15, but that's a different part. Like that part's valuable too, but for this topic of the video, we just gonna go in on what the title is. But if y'all want a part 2 on how it was before I was 15, the abandonment, I don't even know I'm doing that because it really was abandoned, but let me know. But let's hop right in. So basically, we were honestly, I feel like the only way I understand how I was, basically was abandoned by my mother. I guess y'all can at least know that I was abandoned by my mother, and I was a child, and honestly, this is a topic I don't really speak on too much about, and I haven't spoke on in a long time, but I do believe value is hidden deep within. So this is why I'm even, trying to go in. This also, from the jump of this channel, I want y'all to be more familiar with me more than just the video topic. But anyway, basically I was, sorry y'all, it's such a nice day. But basically, y'all, I was, as a child, abandoned by my mother. And it was, very, at that time, I could say traumatic. And hey, if y'all ready to hear a story, y'all better be ready, because I'm trying to organize all this. Just so y'all know, none of this is I don't follow no script with this. This is all from within. This is all from a story that I ain't gonna say a story. This is real life to me. This is actually something I experienced and still experiencing, because we're gonna get to that part after we I tell y'all what's up. And if y'all heard that's a car going past, kind of I'm under a tree, but I'm next to a road. But yeah, no, basically my mother abandoned me when I was a child, and the circumstances was pretty bad. There was no family there really, or wanted to be there that could help or bring me in at that time. It was bad. We was just on the streets. I had ended up missing this is leading up to the abandonment. So I'm gonna give y'all a brief overview prior to why it led to why it was just so bad. So before that, we were just basically, as a child, I was homeless as well. And if y'all want a part 2 on that, I'm not gonna go too deep on that because I want to stay on the title of the topic. But I was basically, as a kid, just not really able to be a kid because my circumstances was very depressing or just abnormal, and I just had questions, and certain questions I had answers wasn't being presented. And with that, it definitely gives me gratitude when I see families and just people father and mother specifically in their lives, and even mother nowadays, because some mothers don't show up for their kids, as I'm a living existence of it. So we were homeless. I was missing school. I missed a year of school, but the good thing is I ended up graduating a year early because I was just determined to overcome what I was going through. It was just a lot, and I'm you know what, I can still excel in my IQ and curriculum and other things, and I just knew that at that time. So, but that's how bad it was. That was an example of how bad it was. I missed literally a whole year of school. I was just behind. I wasn't able to really experience my friends I had at the time. It was just, I was moving place to place. I lived all over the South, basically. It was not really stable. And with that, this is the part with the abandonment. We was in this one place. I think basically it was a hotel, but hotels are expensive. You can't stay there forever. And That's why honestly I don't even mess with hotels for real anymore. I don't know if it's a form of trauma from that, but at the same time I do believe we can all heal and overcome different things, and we don't have to put attachments to things that we went through to present day experiences. But definitely just makes me like, I'm a person, I'd rather do an Airbnb before a hotel, if I would be honest. But yeah, basically was in a hotel, and then it was real bad. I remember she broke down, and then these people came and picked me up. They took me to like this boys' home, and it's another thing. I've been in like group homes. Like I haven't like been from 15 to like when I was honestly say about like 18. I was not in like the normal like mother father. Like I wasn't in a family household as far as like just my blood, which is cool. Cause sometimes like it's better that way, because the blood can be toxic or the blood cannot be good for you. But yeah, these people picked me up. They took me to this boys' home, but the boys' home, it wasn't like defects or nothing like that. The first one, it was more to some people it was like a halfway house. Like it was people in my circumstances, you know, where my mother was just not able to really, you know, give me the. And the crazy part is there was help around, as far like I know that now. When I was older, when you were a kid, you just, and this was before technology is how it is now. But like when you were kids, like I don't know who to reach out to, and then I didn't have numbers of the people who, like she had these numbers, but pride's a. This is another lesson in this video. You know, like pride can be a dangerous thing, because you can have so much pride, like so much like I'm gonna throw all this on my shoulders, that you could be in some real serious like trouble, or you really need some help, or you really need some advice, like something, and you're choosing to sit in your pride, like, oh nah, I'm too good to ask for help, or nah, I got this, and others suffer, and I did. So like, never like pride. It's not like a necessarily. It's like a. I'm not saying pride is all negative, but there's times where it can become obsessive, and you're not really changing your circumstances because of this characteristic that you're choosing to have with yourself, and then it's affecting your child. So that's a win-loss type of thing. But basically, yeah. And then like there was just other times where I reached out to family and they just didn't help, and that's nothing new. Like that's just been like the story of my life. And not saying they have to help, but I mean, when you're a child, like I'm trying to finish school, I'm trying to still have a childhood, you would think someone would step up, but nah, it ended up being the story I'm about to tell y'all. So basically I went to the group home, and then it was kind of like different though. It wasn't like a group home like with defects. It led to that later. I've been to like a few of them, but like in the beginning, because I'm going to keep y'all on track, chronological order to what's happened. In the beginning, it basically was this boys' home where people either have ran away from home, or they circumstances like me, or they just got out of like jail or juvie, or like they can't go home right now. They just did some hot stuff, like where they just not able to be at home. So I went there. I was on the south side of Atlanta. Been in Atlanta for a while, Georgia, all over, when I was experiencing this, and just in general when I was, and I guess better circumstances, I've been in the south. And I went there, and it was different. I didn't think I was gonna be there as long as I was, but I ended up being there very long. And the staff, like the people there, they messed with me. They kind of letting me do whatever I wanted to do. Like I wasn't like at that time I wasn't like a troublesome child. Like, I ain't gonna say I was just a saint my whole childhood, because before this happened I was like just doing different things. I mean, that's what happens when you like just depressed and you have like it's like I was a child depressed but didn't know it. It's like I was just interacting in things, doing things that felt better than just being in that environment where I wasn't really happy. And from that, this is how I definitely learned a lot from that though. And this little centipede right here, I will show y'all. If it's still here by the time I end the video, I'm gonna show y'all. And I'm gonna show y'all where I'm at too, because I'm at a familiar place. But basically I got to the group home. They was the boys' home, and they were chill. Like it was chill. I just had to adjust. Like one thing about me, I've always adapted in whatever it was, whether it was bad, great. I adapted when I remember when I was a kid, it used to be like middle school. Like this goes back so much, it's like ridiculous. Like middle school, it would be like scorching hot, and we out here like just like with nowhere really to go, or we in the car, and like it's just I'm sweating, like I'm sticky. Like I remember my skin, like still do. I had sensitive skin, and my skin was getting affected. Like this part where my nose is, like my hairline, and it was just getting affected because I wasn't able to do the hygiene that I loved doing at that time as a child, because my circumstances were so unstable and so unpredictable and so beyond me at that time. It was just like, you know, and I was trying to like, it's really messed up, like now that I think about it, because it's like I was trying to follow through for her. Like I was trying to like when I say her, my mother at the time, because now I don't even see her like my mother. Like that ain't what, like mothers don't just abandon kids or just don't just say negative stuff to them. Like that ain't love. That's not love at all. And basically with that happened, it was just affecting me. Like it was affecting my skin, it was affecting my health, like just that lifestyle. Like, and it was different parts of it. And I remember like with the being like homeless, it was in the car, it would be freezing cold. I remember it was freezing cold. We over here trying to layer up with our clothes to stay warm in the car. Like I'm sleeping in a passenger seat as a kid, not really enjoying being a kid. And it is something I honestly will never forget. This is why I feel like I have to put this video out, so y'all know more of me and just kind of understand that it's important to show up, ride for your kids, not only in the beginning but in the end. Like now, I'm gonna get to that part though. Like I don't want to skip too much, but yeah, we was living and stuff like that. And I went to the boys' home, and I was there for like, you can only be there for a certain time, like until your parents or whatever, whoever's gonna come back and get you, guardian, whoever it is, foster, it don't matter. You can only be there for a certain time, and then they have to get you. So I think the time was like 30 days or something like that. I was there, then she talked to him, he was like, can you have more time? They were like, okay, I have more time, because I wasn't a troublesome kid at that time. I was just adjusting to like, just having some form of structure. And then after that boys' home, they moved me to another one. They're like kind of partner organizations. They moved me to another one on another side of Atlanta, Old National. Anyone who know Atlanta, Old National, I was over there. But yeah, I was over there on that side of town, and it was this other place. It was called My Brother's House or Keeper or something like that. And I was there for a little bit. I'd say about another month, because you can only be at these places, like this isn't like months on end, years. Like you don't live here. This is only a transition, a temporary place or space until your parents or whoever you with get themselves together to the point where they can get you back. That's what this was. Like I wasn't in defects at this time. It was a place where you can like, you know, kind of, oh shit. Well, I'm sitting on my skateboard, has failed. But now it's a place where y'all kind of can like just recuperate, like get yourself together enough where you can bring your child back, basically. Like it wasn't like, now other people, the kid was the reason they was there, but in my case, it was just my structure of not only my mother, but just the family, like people who just wasn't there. And it was messed up, because I had like a sibling, and like someone was able to take him in, but I was still down here in the same struggle. And like, I don't blame no one for it though. Like, no, I don't do that. I just understand like just what it was at that time, and then it got worse. Like from what I'm saying, what I just told y'all, it got worse from that. Then that's what led to the abandonment. And now I was in the second place I went to that transferred to My Brother's Keeper, My Brother's House on Old Nat. I was over there, and I was there for a while. Like the director of it, he was like, all right, yeah, now it's time for you to go, Desmond, Des. That's my actual name, if y'all didn't know. But it's like, yeah, now it's time for you to go. And damn, it's freaking ants. But he's some big ants. Like, hey, oh, Jordan got some big ants. But no, like, they were like, yeah, you need to go. We need to get in contact with your mother until like, all right, it's time to come get you. You've been to 2 different places. You've been here. At this point, I've been with the 2 places it's been about maybe 2.5 months, 3. So I've more than overstayed what I was supposed to. I didn't know what was gonna happen. Then next thing you know, I remember talking to her one time when I was at My Brother's Keeper, and she was like, oh, I'm gonna come get you, work things out, and stuff like that. And then when it came time for me to go, and they reached out to her, they never got a response. Like, she never called back. She never told me what was happening. And like, when that happened, they was trying their best to get in contact with her. Like, she had a number, or her, like, if she gonna come pull up. Time went past. A lot of time went past. And she just basically didn't come back. She just didn't come back. And it's affected my view on definitely just having kids. Like I don't want to have kids with no one. Honestly, I didn't want to have kids anymore because I was like, I don't know, like just be. I don't want a messed up woman. Like I don't want a woman that just be like running off with their kids, using the government against them, or they just abandon their kids. In my case, and literally my mother did both to me, and like since I was a kid, ran away, finessed the system, and abandoned me. As I'm telling y'all now, and with that happening, they was like, okay, you can't stay here no more. I'm 15, by the way. I think I just turned 15 actually, and they're like, okay, you can't stay here no more. We got to figure out somewhere for you to go. And what they did, I used to work with this church, this dude on East Point, East Side Atlanta. Actually, East Point is like south. It's funny though, the name East Point. But I was just doing stuff to like be productive and just help out. Like I was just trying to, you know, be a person that was of service to, as I'm in these circumstances, still be of service to others. And that's what I was about, and still am to this day. Because as y'all see, if y'all look at my videos, things still be rocky with the fam. Like, and even outside of that, like just relationship, I was in a 3.5-year relationship that flopped. I invested, and that was the only serious relationship I ever been in. Like I've never met someone's full family or just invested that much time into someone. And then when I pour so much effort and it's not reciprocated, it just made me feel like maybe I'm giving time and energy to the wrong things. Maybe I should just not be entertaining in relationships, or like I said, the kids part, I don't want no crazy, unstable, and then I feel like my background is just like, I don't know, like everyone, I don't really relate to a lot of people with certain stuff. Like I've came across a lot of people, like I haven't really, I know there's people out there, I'm talking about on a personal level, like it's not common where I come across people with this like type of just, and it's still happening, it's crazy, but with this type of like background or story. And I don't even want to say a story because this is real. Like this really affected me. Those years of my life really occurred. I was really out there in those streets as far as not being able to go home nowhere. And with that, it just definitely humbled, just made me be more grateful for any good that does occur, because I definitely seem to get real bad. And basically when she abandoned me, no one can, back to the story, because I feel like I kind of just threw in a little more details. But back to the story, then I had, they sent me to this other place, but this time it wasn't like no boys home. It was like it's like 9 dudes or something like that, 8, 9. And this is a place like where like defects involved. So basically I went into defects because I had my mother abandoned me. Like the place, my brothers, they couldn't keep me there no more. This caseworker came pick me up and brought me there. I remember that night. And I didn't hear from my mother again. I haven't, I just never heard nothing from her. I don't know. I remember she was doing sketchy stuff. Like she wasn't, people always ask, was she doing drugs? Like, nah, she was a smart woman. I just think she had pride issues, was selfish, and then she relied a lot on her looks to get her by in life, and that don't work like that. And some people actually, it still does, it do work like that, but in her case, and when you have kids, it's like, okay, let's not think like that. Let's think more selflessly and bring about solutions that's going to help the whole team, and team by like meaning family. But I'm not her. The logic, the reasoning that I have, if it would have been there at that time to give to her, that would have been great, amazing. And it's crazy because there was times where I could have, like, I remember one time she was like, you gonna go to some place? Like she wanted to bring me to some place. Like she didn't want to be a mother at some, I mean, she would say like stuff like that too. Like she didn't want to be a mother for real. Or she would say she despises like me and my sibling, but more me because I was around her longer. And it just was like if a mother like love you, bro, like they ain't gonna say they despise you, bro. Like yeah, your kid make mistakes, and I wasn't in the back. I used to be AB honor roll. Like I graduated a year earlier, and I was a year behind. Like I'm able to lock in and get stuff done, but when you don't have the right support system or people in your ear and they just like negative, it can like not say influence you, but it's just not the best environment. I'll say that. And yeah, she would say stuff like that, and then like I was trying to ride. Like I was like one thing about me, man. Like even with the relationship I was in, like I'll try to ride and work things out. Like I'll try to see it through. But the other person, do they do it? In my case, no, they haven't really done it. Like in the relationship part, and just like definitely my mother. I don't even like calling her. I just like calling her by her government at this point, because like, bro, like stuff you say and just do, that's not motherly at all. And any mothers out there, man, like make sure you are like, you gotta understand, especially if you have a son, like, but if you got a daughter too, but especially if you have a son, because you gotta understand, like, son, like, the mother is like the first woman that your son, like, that will soon turn into a man. That's his first encounter to that. So the more that is like nurturing, more like actually like what a woman should bring, like not on a motherly level, and then when they grow up to a relationship level, like seeing a good structure is good, but when it's like not the best, they just have to learn on their own to make it better for themselves. And that's what I've been doing. And as y'all see it, you can't, it's still only so much you can do. Like you can't control other people, and don't try to control other people at all. But because it didn't work with my 3.5-year relationship, and I definitely tried to pour my all to work things out, see things through. And then with my mother, back to the story, I'm just using that example because in some way, there's certain similarities I see with myself, where I'm always trying to see the best in people, trying to like give hope, like optimistic with people, and then they flop on me, or they just switch up. But in the case with the story with my mother, she ended up just disappearing. And the crazy part is, people think that she's still alive or she on drugs. Like nah, she was strategic. Like she you gotta think, this was a woman who knew how to manipulate, finesse the government, and like, you know, just other things. Like, so I just think she didn't really want to be a mother, and she saw that this was her opportunity to leave me and be done with me. And basically what happened, she don't have a mother, and just like trying to make sure I covered everything, man. Like this was kind of like a deep topic for me. I haven't talked about this in a while. Like I feel like I was trying to just really move on, let go from it, but at the same time, it's like it's something I experienced, and I know someone else could learn from it. I've learned from it, so it just made me more appreciative. But now with this story though, I'm trying to make sure I covered all of it. Yeah, like, oh yeah, some people say that she's deceased or is she okay, but like nah, she good. Me and my sibling, one time we had brother, he hired a private investigator, and also he has her social, and her social says she's still alive and active. And then private investigator that we hired, he knew, he figured out her movements, but what he said was that she was unstable. Like her movements wasn't really predictable. Like she was very strategic, or like moving different places, staying with different people. Like it was very hard to trace someone like that, which is very smart for someone like her case, who has abandoned her child and definitely trying to get away with it, and have been getting away with stuff for since. Because I remember I had court hearings, and like there was no parent there for me at all, and like that was just what it was. And there was just nobody really there at that time. The only good thing I had, man, I had my homie Eli. He was there, the fam. I would go to my friend's house to escape what I was going through, a form of escapism. Or I would miss my school bus, stay after school, just to hang out with my friends, just so I didn't have to go back to where I was going back to. Like that's how bad it was. And yeah, it's crazy because I used to miss the bus, and I have a fat walk home. Like it'd be like 35-40 minute walk, and I'm like a kid. Like I'm like freshman in high school, middle school, like 8th grade. Like, and I'm doing it. Like I wanted to really enjoy or find joy in my life at that time. And all I had to say, man, is like really, she probably is still out here somewhere, and she still don't want to step up or show up. She don't know her mother passed away. She didn't see me or my brother graduate. She don't know what anything's going on. Like none of my family, or the family that is around, or we're on good energy or okay energy. They don't, like, no one's been in contact with this woman, and like the private investigator couldn't even find her exact location or movements. And she's still alive somewhere. I just haven't been able to find her. I don't know if I ever will, and I don't, honestly, sometimes I don't even think I want to anymore. It's like I'm gonna find her just the way. Like, it's now I'm in my 20s. Like it's been long. It's been about a decade now, honestly. Like, I just had a birthday, and like I haven't seen this woman in longer than 5 years. Like longer than 5 years. Like this, I don't even know what she looked like for. I know she's light skinned, but like I don't even know, like, you know, people get surgery, people do drugs, like people do stuff. I mean, she wasn't on that, but I don't know. Like time has passed, like people change. But like, yeah, I don't even know what she looked like. And then like, we also have a case like it's been 10 years and she's still like no one's found her or located her. And I feel like that's not right because like I went through what I had to go through and there was no accountability being taken. Like how you can just like abandon your kid and just go through life like nothing happened. Like what? It's unheard of to me. It definitely makes me think differently about the system and then just about just the women I'm interacting with. Like it's like I feel like I was wasting time. Like, and it's crazy because like it's my last time referencing this. The 3.5-year relationship I was in. Like you spend so much time connecting, trying to get right with a person, and then it just like flopped. And it's like, and then in my mother case, someone who birthed me, known me for like 15 years, like, and they still flop. It just made me think like, damn, like, why am I investing all these years and time in relationships and y'all just gonna flop on me at some point? And I'm always the one trying to see it through. I'm trying to work it out, and it's never reciprocated. I'm like, just kind of tired. I'm to a point now where I just want to stay to myself, or just stay with like-minded people that's like doing what I'm doing, whether putting out content or just putting out positivity or just uplifting the world, empowering individuals in these messed up circumstances that don't get a lot of attention or light. But for the most part, trying to make sure with the story. To this day, she's still missing. I still haven't seen my mother in like 10 years. I don't even like calling her that. Her name Rhonda. Yeah, everyone knows. We're just gonna go by. We're just gonna call her Rhonda at this point. Rhonda, still have no clue. Probably won't have no clue. Like it's just like, you know, I try to have faith, and I do have faith. I ain't gonna say I try. I definitely have faith, even now and then. But it's like certain things. I'm like, dang, like I wasn't even like a mad troublesome kid. Like I just wanted at that time just normal childhood. It just changed, and I just had to go through different experiences. I went through different group homes. I went through but I met some great people though. That's just what it was though. I had to adapt, adjust, and just make the best of it. And yeah, and how I survived. It's crazy. I went 20 minutes. I had to go 20 minutes in to give y'all to catch y'all up with everything. But how I survived was literally adapting, being present, enjoying what is happening, and as far as the good things from that, outside of that, and then also just like I told y'all, I would go to my friends, like go to with their family. They will always welcome me like family, and they like family don't gotta be blood. I believe that, and like it helped make things not as bad, even though like behind the closed doors it was bad. And you know, I survived it by I kept going. I just kept moving forward, kept trying to go above and beyond, whether that was in school or, I mean, sports I couldn't really do to the highest potential I wanted to, just because my living circumstance background, just not having the funds because the parent wasn't there, or then the parent was there and it still was bad. But it's okay because I can be exceptionally well in other things in life. So yeah, how I survived it was really what I just told you guys. And I'm just trying to make sure I gave y'all this is me in a way, definitely being vulnerable with you guys, like as far as just trying to be like transparent. Well, I promised y'all in my other video, oh, it's my back. Sitting on a skateboard is kind of like uncomfortable. Let me fix that. But yeah, like for the most part, hold on, still messed up. Damn. But yeah, for the most part, this is what happened. Yeah, now I guess I can give y'all like what am I doing now, like now I'm more trying to move past that at this point. Like, I do know it definitely affected me for some years, and just how I view relationships and then kids. But I definitely feel like I can shed away from that and just kind of learn from these new beginnings and these lessons that I've discussed with y'all. And anyone who's gone through similar things, like please comment. Like, I'm a person, I'll talk to everyone authentically with love and respect. I feel like we need more of that in the world. As y'all see, sometimes you don't even get it as a kid, which I feel like you should get it more as a kid. But in general, like, we all alive, so I feel like there's no really like limits. It should just all be, you know, mutually reciprocated and like fueled in that. But you know, everyone doesn't see that, which we're very much aware of. But yeah, that's more of my story. Like, it's a 30-minute video. If y'all watch it to the end, like, y'all real ones, for real. Like, hey, like, thank y'all. Like, this was definitely something like of value that I wanted to share with y'all and give y'all like somewhat of my testimony. And if y'all want a part 2, as far as like how it was before I was abandoned, let me know. And yeah, I'm it's Des.Entertains. This is my testimony with that. And yeah, like, I'm just trying to go strong every day and just, you know, live this gift of life that God has given not only me but everyone who's viewing this and whoever has lived. Sometimes I question or wonder why I had to go through that, or why it was like that. But maybe I won't get that answer now, or maybe I'll get it someday, or I don't know. Like, the only thing that's important is me progressing, moving forward, growing from it, and just giving myself closure from what I've experienced. And I say closure meaning showing up, making sure I'm like taking care of my well-being and mental health. Cause I ain't gonna lie, there is times where I felt like just ended it all. Like, shoot, recently and back then, just because it just be heavy just to go through all this, and I don't be talking to too many people about it. And I talk to people about it, I don't even know if they really care. And honestly, I don't care for real if they care, but it's like, if someone does care and I talk to them about it, that just heightens both of our conversation and energy for each other. And I'm more about that. Like, I don't want to be just talking to people and they not like attentive, or they not like just on the openness to receive what I'm saying and fully understand. But yeah, how I survived it was definitely by some faith, and just me just having an adaptable mindset, and just you know, determined to just keep going and just see what's there next. That's how I survived. That's my video though, y'all. Yeah, thank y'all. This Des.Entertains. Like, subscribe, comment if you have any thoughts about this, any feedback. Yeah, that's my story though, with me being abandoned as a child, and now y'all see me where I'm at now. So thank y'all for tuning in, and I'm gonna show y'all, like I promised, I'll tell y'all where I'm at. Just over here, the little skate park, and yeah. But appreciate y'all, and till the next video, let me know if y'all want a part 2, because I definitely got y'all. I want a part 2, or just anything pertaining to that. Let me get up and fly for a minute. But yeah, just let me know, y'all, like, how y'all felt about this topic, like if I should do more videos about stuff like this, or my van lifers. You know, I'm about to put some more skate content too, because your boy feeling right today. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I just feel like I had to get this out to y'all, because man, y'all like a family to me, for real. And like, especially the people that be commenting and talking to me, like telling me about that stuff with their kids, or telling me that they do van life, or telling me, like, this one dude, he be talking to me like on every video, like comment on every video, show love. Like, I mess with that. Like, you doing so much just doing that, and like, that's real. Like, for real. Like, nowadays, like, you gotta pay for support, but to get support just off of like platonic, like, you know what, just off of realness, I'll say that. That's like of great value to me. But I'm about to get out here in this sun, try to have a better day. I'm not saying I'm having a bad day, but have a, you know, more fun, more learning, progressive, evolving day as I get better in this life that we all do. And I send all love to y'all out here in y'all day, in y'all life. And just, you know, no matter what y'all going through, I'm rooting for y'all. Y'all see me, I'm still here, banding 10 years later. And till next time, stay tuned. Let me know part 2. And all right, y'all be safe out there.